Hey, everybody, and welcome. Aloha. I'm Natalie. This is Life After a Cult, the channel where we expose cult nonsense, laugh at the absurdity, and hopefully unbrainwash ourselves in the process. It is never ending, the brainwashing. Sometimes I feel like I try to, I do this much brainwashing and then boom, social media or something else pulls me back into some other brainwashing. Anyways, I digress. Tom Cruise has been spotted out with a woman, and it's not what you think. Aaron Smith-Levin has a secret weapon in Clearwater. We're going to talk about it. And there's a lawsuit that we need to discuss. And I want to say, most importantly, I found out there's a cat cult. I knew it. I suspected the whole time. I really did. But aloha, everybody, and thank you for being here. Hello to the moderators. Mahalo for your help, and the members and everybody in the live chat. And you're for catching this on the replay. Aloha. Kelli, Copter, I saw you go flying by, girl. I see you. All right, everybody. First, let's talk about Tom Cruise, who, I really don't care much about. But I thought this was interesting because People Magazine's all, Tom Cruise and Ana de Armas spotted out together in London, which immediately makes you think, oh my gosh, girl, somebody let this girl know. Hide. Is she safe from Tom Cruise? Has anyone seen Anna? Has she marked herself safe from Tom Cruise? Well, turns out it was a work meeting. I'm not even going to read the article. I just saw it and I thought, I think a bunch of people are probably going to wonder, like, is this a romantic thing? Yeah, it doesn't seem that it is. And thank goodness, because I saw it and I was like, oh, this poor young girl, somebody needs to let her know. Oh, and just in case you're distracted, I know the hair is a little crazy today, but we've decided that we're just going to go with it. Oh my God, I didn't turn on the menopause fan. No wonder I'm like, Oh, yes, that cool, refreshing breeze in the morning just always hits me just right. I've got my coffee today. I hope you guys got something nice to drink as we go into cult land here. So now let's talk about Clearwater and the secret weapon that is bringing more people showing up to protest, and it has to do with Tom Cruise. Oh, thank you, Anna. Love the hair and especially love the color of your t-shirt. Thank you. I need more t-shirts that are just simple like this in bright colors because I'm just tired of hearing about it from Nancy. I need to wear more bright colors. And I don't remember where I even got this. I think it was just in a store where I don't like to go to stores. So I need to find online, if you guys know, simple V-neck, comfortable, bright colors, but it's got to have the V-neck. I don't like things that choke my neck or make me feel like that. So if anybody knows of a good source for that, Natalie at lifeafteracult.com. I will be looking, but thank you, Anna. So over to Clearwater. I've had so much fun watching these Friday night protests in Clearwater. Check this out. What's so fun is more people are starting to come, protest, take pictures with the Tom Cruise sign, the cutout, the Tom Cruise cutout, holding a sign that says, honk if Scientology is a cult. I don't know why I find this so ridiculously funny, but I do. So I want to get your feedback. What do you guys think? Do you find it as hilarious as I do that there's this cutout of Tom Cruise? I just can't even, but I love it. I love that they were taking pictures. I love that more people are showing up in Clearwater. And it's becoming a thing, and it's becoming a fun thing too. Makes me wish I was there sometime this year. I know I will get back to Clearwater, and I want to join on one of these Friday night protests because it just looks like a blast. It really does. Okay, let's see. Ooh, we got to talk about Liz Gale. Liz Gale, speaking of protests, she shared an amazing idea. It's something she saw on social media. And I love this short that she did about it. I'm not sure if it's a video or a short because I clipped it. Anyways, I'm going to link down below all of the stuff we're talking about today in the description of the video as soon as we're done. So you can check out everything in its entirety. Yes. Okay, let's see. Where is it? Here it is. Let's talk about this. I love this. I love this idea. Look at this. Check it out.
Hey, new protest idea unlocked. These thought bubbles. I'm not totally sure the cause that these were pulled out for. It looks like it's about healthcare. But I really like this idea. It's art meets protest, and it really speaks for itself. It's also inexpensive and very easy for pretty much anybody to access. And it's kind of damning, right? I mean, I wouldn't want to be caught next to one of these saying I was thinking something I was opposed to, but it's such a striking visual representation of what you are protesting and who you are protesting that I kind of love it. This one's really interesting. I'm too scared to do the right thing. And when they put it in front of the police car, that I found really powerful.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I'm going to link it down below. You guys got to go watch the whole thing. I thought, what a great idea to do these thought bubbles. That's kind of fun. I would walk around even with my own thought bubble, except I'd have to wait. I can't see myself. I'd have to put it on a stick though, because I don't want to be like holding it, like holding a giant thought bubble. That seems like that might be uncomfortable. But here's what I want to hear from you guys. And if you are on the replay, I want to hear from you too. What are some good things we could put in those thought bubbles for Scientology protests? Or if you're from a different cult, you want to go protest your cult, what would you put in the thought bubble? Let's hear from you in the chat. If you're on the replay, jump in those comments. This is like participation time. Let me know what you think should go in the thought bubble, because I need some ideas. I really do, because I want to get me some thought bubbles and do this. And then I'm going to catch up on what you guys are saying. Oh, Sharona, that's a great idea. Attach your thought bubble to a hat or cap, maybe. Oh, yes. Oh, did I see Feral Cheryl? Yes, I love the thought bubbles. Oh dear, I have so many ideas. I know you do. I know you do, Cheryl. And in fact, we're looking at a clip next from Feral Cheryl. Hey, Greggy. Aloha, Lady Victoria. Everybody coming on in. Oh, Venus is blue. What are you not allowed to read? Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that is. Mayor's Girl, I'm in a cult, not allowed to have my own thoughts. Wow. Yeah, that's a good one. Aaron, I wonder how I'll spend my $50 this week. That's true. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And ooh, did I see Sarah Corner? It was her birthday. We got you a little quick happy birthday, you guys. Hold on, let me find it here. For Sarah.
Happy birthday to you.
Sarah Corner.
To you.
Sarah
Happy
Corner.
birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Sarah Corner, happy birthday to you. Thank you so much for being here with us. Here's more thought bubble. Time traveler's chest. Thought bubble. I miss my parents, kids, etc. Oh, that hits. Yes, that would be a good one, especially for Sea Org members. Asen, can you stay at home when you're sick? Yeah, what happens in the Sea Organization when you're sick is you get put in isolation. That's basically like a dorm. And if you're lucky, someone will bring you food, because you're not allowed to go out in common areas or into the dining room. And there's no television. It's not like you're at home when you're sick and you get to watch TV and be so comfy in a comfortable bed. No, what if you're on the third bunk? It's like, oh, okay, I don't want to be too gross. How do I word this? If you've ever been on a top bunk, the third bunk, while having GI issues, it is not pleasant. Let's just say that I might have a little bit of experience with that in the Sea Organization. Yeah, not good. Oh, Scientology up north. Good one. How about, when was the last time I felt happy? Oh, I like that. Asen, when did you see your child the last time? That is a good one too. Oh, that is. I'm going to catch up on some of these. Deep Thoughts with David Miscavige. Is it really my fault he was abusive to me? One of my favorites is David Miscavige beats his staff. It really, it's so shocking, and they probably don't believe it, but some of them do and will, because they worked at the international base. But I always like bringing up that one, mostly because I know David Miscavige hates it. Mama Opal, thought bubble. I wish things smelled better. Oh, yes. It's all those rice and beans. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to get caught up on those. Yeah, Julia, this is my favorite. Your doubts are valid. That is one of my most favorite things to say. Northern girl, good one. How's your bank account looking? Because the amount of debt you go into in Scientology is a button for Scientologists. They don't like it. Julia, exactly. How much debt are you in? That is definitely something that would get through. Lori plays. How's your 401k standing? That's a good one. Oh, SP Crusader, did you know David Miscavige had a wife? Good one. Good one. Okay, keep them coming. I'm going to get caught up on those. But right now, we need to look at a clip where a body Thetan has finally come forward to explain this whole situation with clams. We touched on it on Friday the other day when I got a hat that really didn't mean what I thought it did. I know what it means for me. Anyways, if you know, you know. Otherwise, go back and look at Friday's recap. So a body Thetan has come forward and is letting us know what these clam incidents that L. Ron Hubbard, who founded Scientology, said that we were once all clams. And this is, I think it's so spot on, you guys. I think she's brave in coming forward and sharing with us what the real deal is. So let's all watch this.
So now we have no bodies because we've just been incinerated in a volcano. This eyebrow never grew back the same. So we were just floating around Teagiak, bumping into things. Well, my friend Linda and I decided to team up to form a cluster. Since we were already in the Canary Islands, we thought, well, let's just go to the beach. So we did, and we became clams for the next 2 million years, which gave us a lot of TMJ and some anxiety. But at least we were at the beach. So now we have.
Oh my gosh. That was one of the funniest things I've seen when it comes to this kind of stuff. I don't know if some of you might have already seen it, but is that not the most hilarious thing ever? Skyfire, thank you. I'm glad you think the hat is it was funny. I thought so too. I know, right, Kelly Copter? I just was dying laughing. Oh, Farrell Cheryl for the win. Hey, Joe Bananas. Farrell Cheryl for the win. That was so great. Oh, my goodness. I'm catching up on your comments here too. Yeah, Karen says, saw it. Cheryl is killing it. I love it. I love humor is what gets me through, you guys. I would not. Okay, little side note here. One of the questions I've gotten a lot in my life since I've left Scientology is when people learn about my story and experiences and even life experiences, some that were pretty crazy, they want to politely ask me, how are you still putting one foot in front of the other? But they don't say it like that. And in large part, it's humor. It is, of course, not the only tool or even the tool that's made the most difference. But humor has definitely helped and helps me because I think, one, we can't take ourselves too seriously. Secondly, it's a topic when we talk about cults and learning about them and how to avoid them and how culty behavior can occur on the internet. And in fact, I am dropping a video tonight. I'm premiering a video at 6 p.m. tonight, and it's called, Is your favorite creator a cult leader? And we're getting into it. So I hope you guys join me for the premiere. That is tonight. Let me double check the time because now that I'm saying it out loud, I feel like I feel like that it's wrong, but I think I set it for, let's see. Oh yeah, 6 p.m. Central time. So 6 p.m. my time. I hope you guys join. It's like a 20-minute video. These pre-recorded videos take me forever and a day to do, and then they're like 20 minutes. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a lot of work. But I think it's something that is really important to keep talking about it. I do. Oh, Kelly Copter, thank you. I'm loving your premieres, Natalie. Excellent topics. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Professor Furberger. Love your creative content ideas. I've been having fun with it. You know, you got to as I'm learning after a year on YouTube, it's figuring out what my content is, but what I want to do. And we all know I'm figuring out who I am, especially after Tony died. You know, leaving Scientology, I thought I kind of figured it out, but with him and now he's gone and I'm like, now we have hair like this. This is where we're at. But it's you'll see it in the content that I'm working on. These are the things that I'm processing as well and that I'm learning about, and my eyes are opening and I'm being blown away by a lot of what I'm learning, especially from some experts. So keep an eye out for that today. The other thing, while we're on announcements, today at 2 p.m. Central, I'm sitting down with John Atack again so that he can mortify me even more about the truth about L. Ron Hubbard and Scientology in the early days. I am mortified every time I talk to John, but in a good way, because it's really helping me break down more of that cult indoctrination, of the lies, because there were lies and things that I didn't even know were lies that I'm continuing to learn. So yeah. Kelli, she's coming for my edit game. I'm loving it. Oh, girl, I am nowhere near what you are able to do. Like, it would take forever and a day. Yeah, it takes me forever too, because, you know, menopause, brain fog, all of the things. I'm like, what button was I supposed to click? Where does this go? Where did that go? It's a whole frustrating thing. I use a lot of swear words while I'm doing it. Sarasota Jerry, aloha. I'm glad that you're here. Did I see Miss Sunrise Dawn go flying by too? Ms. Iris says, thank you for the reminder. Y'all not hitting that like button? If you would like to irritate Scientology, please hit that like button right now. And check your subscribe as well. Now let's go over to LA. And let's talk about this event that we knew was coming up, where Scientology in Los Angeles was hosting a heroes event where they could pat themselves on the back. They must have like really good, you know, ability to stretch and stuff, because I even have a hard time physically patting myself on the back, but ooh, I need to do more stretching. So they have this event so they can pat themselves on the back as volunteer ministers and also acknowledge some of the first responders who actually did real work, unlike the volunteer ministers. Here's the thing, though. These events are nothing but opportunities for Scientology to have photo ops, because what's coming up? March 13th, L. Ron Hubbard's birthday. And they need all of this footage to show, look at all that we are doing with your money that you give us. Please give us more money. Give us more money. We will do more videos like this where we go, we take supplies from donation centers and hoard them in our parking lot where no one comes to get them. And then we go, you know what? Let's just take a few door to door, take some photos and videos of it and just call it a day. That's what this was. So let's take a look. MD Media got a great look at this. So there's a couple things I want to focus on here, right here. So this looks like a Sea organization member seated at a table with fire department, I want to say, some in their dress uniforms there. And what do you think she's doing? She is safe pointing. She's got this file here that it almost seems like she wants to show them. I imagine that it goes like this. Here's this file I want to show you. It's about local protesters and a bunch of information on Aaron Smith-Levin. You should look at it. And then the woman's like, no, man, I'm not. What are you talking about? She's like, no, look at it right here. But I'll tell you what, why don't you give me a number? Can I have your number? Can I have your number? Can I have your number? Give me your number. Woman's like, excuse me. I mean, this is a work event. I'm not giving you my number. Just give me your number. Give me your number. I'm going to put it in. Does it start with a 9? No. Does 213? Girl, leave me alone. All trying to get my number and stuff. Like, back off. Then she's like, oh my God, I'm being videotaped. Look, now the woman from the fire department is moving her bag because she's like, I need to move my purse away from this girl because she does not seem stable. All asking me for my phone number, all being all weird about it. Meanwhile, camera dude, who probably is from Scientology Media Productions over there, you can see him in the black t-shirt. Nicely fit black t-shirt. putting up his camera to get closer to them. He was on the other side earlier doing his video, and he's like, I need to get video and close-ups of this Sea Org member with this important member of the fire department. So that's what's happening over there. If you watch that video, I'm going to link it down below. You guys should see the whole thing because I love those clear videos like that. But yes, Super Weekend Warriors, the fraud is so obvious. Why don't these local government officials see it? I think a lot of times it's easier for them to look the other way because Scientology, let's admit it. Scientology, there is no more stage 5 clinger than the cult of Scientology. They will not leave you alone. They are on, no, can't say that. It's the morning. On your, no, can't say that. Now it's all I can think about. That's how my brain works. Now it's something I can't say, and it's all I can think about. Yes, I need to move beyond it. Move beyond. I need to play it out in my head. Give me just a sec. Okay, good. I got it out. But you see how that works? It's all propaganda. It's just total propaganda. And they're caught in the act doing it too and making their guests uncomfortable. I mean, granted, I might have taken a little creative license, but it was a vibe. It was a vibe. Jesse, thank you. I can't say that. They're on your ass. I can say that. It was something way more inappropriate than that. And usually it wouldn't even make sense me saying it as a female. But I say it all the time. Not, obviously online because, YouTube. All right, now let's go check out a clip from Kelli Copter. Speaking of, Kelli Copter interviewed, I feel like this is a new character unlocked, at least to me. I didn't know about this guy, and now I am obsessed. He is what is his name? I'm so obsessed, I forgot his name. Cult Hunter, the Cult Hunter. Kelli, I loved this. So let's look at a clip. So this guy is a journalist and he exposed a cult in Alaska. So he talks about all of that, but I think I got 2 clips here. Let's take a look. This was so great. Kelli Copter for the win. What a wonderful interview. And now I've got somebody else I can follow here on YouTube.
You could literally go into any of these stories and see fascinating, terrible things that are happening.
Now it's like he exposed this cult, but remember his name is Cult Hunter. So makes sense. He has a lot of stories.
And everybody thinks that they are not vulnerable to it. Everybody has this idea in their head that they cannot be brainwashed because they're too smart or they're too independent or whatever. And that is like the thing that will probably lead you into a cult is being so confident that you will never see the warning sign. You could literally go in.
And that was very interesting. And I do find that to be true. Not with everyone, but a common comment, especially I don't get it so much on the internet, but if I'm, I've done some speaking engagements about Scientology and cults, and when I speak to people one-on-one afterwards, sometimes people will say, and this has happened over the years, oh, I just would never fall for a cult. I mean, I went to college or whatever it was. It's like, no, you're actually missing the point. And that is part of what I'm going to be talking about more, especially in my pre-recorded videos, because that is insidious to think that it's purely because somebody was dumb or they're uneducated. Often they're not formally educated because a cult keeps you uneducated. So you don't leave. So you don't have resources. And again, that video is dropping tonight, my premiere at 6. It was a great interview. I agree. Buckled up, Buttercup. Kelli Copter for the win. That was so great. I'm all ears, says, was so impressed with Siren and the interview. Lori Play says that was such a great video. Enjoyed it so much. And I got another bonus clip for you guys here. Check it out.
I look a lot into like fair game and stuff with what Scientology do. They go after, all of their critics through websites or trolling, or even up to people stalking you and following you around. Have you experienced anything like that?
Yeah. I mean, I had a guy show up at my house with some giant envelope once. That was terrifying. There was a guy who was following me in my car to my my job at a restaurant for a while. That was weird. It was not just a random thing. There are these, like, it's kind of like gang stalking. The reality, though, all this stuff that they're trying to do is trying to, like cults all do this, like all these tactics. Generally, the cult is not going to like kill you and dismember you and stuff. What they're going to do is make you terrified.
Very interesting, too. We talk a lot about Scientology as the primary cult in my life on this channel. And the more I learn about other cults, he's right. These tactics are not limited to Scientology. I feel like Scientology is, they excel at it, I think is a way to say it, but it does exist. Monj says, I'm way too lazy to follow anything, including cults. That works in your favor. Sharona, this is for the thought bubble. I got banky and they drained my bank account. Thought bubble, what's your credit limit? And this one is one of my favorites for a thought bubble at a Scientology protest. Have you read Jenna Miscavige's book? I'm going to make shirts that say that, I swear. Just to wear them to protest in big letters with a picture of the book on the back, a QR code, maybe even, because I'm sure that not nothing, but it would greatly, I'm sure it bothers her uncle, David Miscavige, who, by the way, we should wake up the Office of Special Affairs because we are about to get into some stuff here. So I would like David Miscavige to assist me in waking up the Office of Special Affairs, Scientology's Dirty Tricks branch. OSA. Okay, Office of Special Affairs, you may have caught the beginning. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of time to ease in, maybe get into your coffee, you know what I'm saying? Get into your feels, get y'all warmed up for what is to come, because what's coming in the rest of this show, you're not going to like it, which means I'm going to like it. So let's see. First, we need to talk about Scientology up north. Wait till you see what happened to Miriam. Wait till you see. She handled it so well. Watch this. Okay, and for those of you who might not know, Scientology up north is in Denmark. She's been out there with L1 Hub Cult and others protesting Scientology, raising awareness. Scientology tried to get a restraining order on her, and it didn't work. It didn't work. Well, they're trying to set this girl up now. They are. Watch this. We got actually, I think, two things to look at.
Going on over here. There's some rambunctious people on the other side of the street throwing snowballs.
Watch out.
Hey, don't! Come on. Be nice to me.
They're throwing snowballs at her. It seems they thought maybe that she was with Scientology. Huh.
Be nice to me. No. Be nice to me.
Is that L1 Hub Cult who's there? If Scientology up north is here. I didn't hear that earlier when I watched this clip. He's like, me too. And she's like, no.
I'm protesting Scientology. Yeah, I'm protesting Scientology. So there's some guys on the other side throwing snowballs at the door and the windows of Scientology. So, and shouting if Scientology. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Joe. So I just have to tell them not to throw snowballs at me because I'm protesting Scientology. So,
and in Denmark, there are rules, which is a reminder, if you're protesting Scientology or your cult of choice, know what the laws are in your country, in your city. They can change state to state, city to city. Ordinances can be different. What you can do with chalk, what you can do with protesting, what you can do with sound, all of those things. Always do your best to find out. You can contact the city of that area to find out what the ordinances and the rules are. A lot of cities have their rules about it online where you can find it there too, but you always want to find out so that you can follow those rules. Because one thing you don't want to do when you're out protesting, in my opinion, is break the law because that'll get you in trouble. And they've been trying to set her up now because you're not allowed to videotape people and show their faces on live streams like this in Denmark. Well, wait till you see what they tried to do. Wait till you see this. And she just calls them out too. Check this out.
See him or did you not see him? Because I will need to go and blur out the person, whoever.
Okay, so let me set it up a little bit. She's standing in front of L. Ron Hubbard's office, okay? No one is ever in that office. They go in there once in a while. L. Ron Hubbard's communicator is usually the person or somebody, because usually most organizations don't have that job filled. They go in and they clean it. They've never done it while she's there. Now, while she's there live streaming, somebody shows up in the background. They're totally trying to set her up. Totally trying to set her up. Because in Denmark, you can't do that.
Whoever it was, if you saw him. Maybe I was close, so close with my face to the camera that you didn't see him. Okay, great, you didn't see him. Good, good, good. Major fail, Osa. Yes, great. That's good. How stupid are they?
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. You know, they have said to the police that we respect the right that she is expressing her opinion.
Right.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. No.
And what I love too, Miriam's never been in Scientology. She is someone who has never been in Scientology, but she is all in on ending this cult, and she is not taking it. She is not picking up what they are trying to put down.
Yeah, F Sciento, I agree. Flunk, Osa, flunk. Poop.
That is the best part of the entire clip, I think, truly, because you got to remember too what the Office of Special Affairs, their whole goal is to get somebody so upset and in turmoil that they cannot be effective. They can't. And what I love about Miriam is she just sidesteps their drama. She's sidestepping it. This girl is out there like she is playing chess while they are playing checkers. They just have no idea who they're dealing with. Check her out, Scientology Up North. I will link it down below right after this. And here she is. She says, I have never seen anyone in the office. So they absolutely were doing this to try to get to her. And look, she's videotaping people. They're in the background. Exactly. All right, now we got to talk about this crazy lawsuit. We're going to go to the underground bunker. Let's all go to the underground. Every time I say that, I feel like I should actually be going underground. Like I'm going in the bunker. Let's go in the bunker, you guys. Come on. We got to talk about the underground bunker. That's what happens in my head. So the underground bunker did this story, and you see what happened was Scientology hit with cookie cutter lawsuit about sharing data with Facebook. This thing it's interesting. It is a cookie cutter lawsuit because they're doing people doing this are going after other people. But let me find the part that's kind of the gist of it here. So several weeks ago, a reader brought to our attention some ads that were popping up at Facebook asking for people who had subscribed to courses at Scientology's website or to Scientology.tv, the cult's 24-hour TV channel. So this was popping up on Facebook. And if any of you got it or saw it, let me know. Drop it in the chat. Jump in those comments on the replay. The ad said that subscribers to those services might be entitled to significant compensation. I love those words. Never seems to play out, but well, at least for me, I've never really been entitled to significant compensation. So look at this. Have you registered for an online course through Scientology.com or subscribed to Scientology.tv in the last 2 years? If so, you may be entitled to significant compensation. So that made us curious. And once we clicked on one of those ads, they started popping up like mushrooms after a spring rain at our Facebook feed. And not only regarding Scientology, an account calling itself Legal Pro Help was placing the ads and asking for potential litigants to send in information about a number of different online services. We managed to figure out that Legal Pro Help was really Thetan LLP, a law firm in Miami. And we called and emailed the firm curious about what it had found about subscribing to Scientology's online services that might be worth suing over. Besides, the usual thing about an extortionate and abusive organization that splits up families, covers up for abusive criminals, forces women to have abortions, and in general rips people off day in, day out. So he goes on to say, never got a reply, but on Friday, attorney Frank Thetan, that's how I'm pronouncing it, he filed a federal class action lawsuit in the Central District of California on behalf of a woman named Heidi Fenton of Elk County, Pennsylvania, who is a subscriber to the Scientology.tv service. The gist of the 30-page complaint is that Scientology's websites, and this is where like I glaze over a little bit, but I think I kind of understand what's happening, and I figured somebody in the chat could explain it better. So here's the thing. So the gist of the complaint is that Scientology's websites have installed something called the metapixel, a string of code that feeds information about a person's video watching and online surfing to Meta, the company that Facebook owns. And Thetan asserts that this is a violation of federal law. We weren't familiar with the metapixel, but a quick search shows that it is something that a lot of websites encourage users to install. Here, for example, is what WordPress says about its users. So he kind of goes into the technical part of it there. But this really is interesting that Scientology is being called out as part of this. And if somebody in the chat understands that or has something to add, please jump in the chat. If you're on the replay in the comments, please share some information as well. Because I don't have a full understanding of that. But, you can bring something to the table to help us understand what that means. Please do, with this whole metapixel and all that stuff. Oh my God, Mons, you're right. You need a tornado siren to go into the bunker. Okay, I got to remember that. Tornado siren. I know Mama Opal will help me remember. Yes, Daja, exactly. I'm surprised someone found a way to start a lawsuit against Scientology. I know. And it just kind of like, boom, just popped up. And we're like, yeah, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see what happens here. Oh, and Antics of a Mama Squirrel says, I need to get a little Davy for a puppet skit if anyone has a spare to lend me. All right. Anybody got a spare to lend? I use mine almost every day. I guess maybe I could get by with one. Let me think about it. I'm very attached to the two, but I really don't need to, but I have to. You know what? Antics of a Mama Squirrel, email me, Natalie@lifeaftercult.com. Yeah, I can't think of a reason why I need two. I should just give you one of mine. But email me and let me know. If you don't find another one, I'll send you one. We will pay it forward. I got mine through the kindness of a few people who watch the channel. And so I feel like, hey, let's send. Oh, no, I know, girl. I wasn't hinting for you to do it. I know completely. But I really, I only need one Davy to wake up the Office of Special Affairs. All right, now let's go look at a clip from Scientology Audit Streets, LA. I'm gonna need some coffee for this one. This was so funny. This was fabulous. We're going to look at a clip. This happened outside Scientology's Hollywood Testing Center, where, as most of you probably know, but if you're new to the channel, Scientology Audit Streets LA, you can find him here on YouTube. He also has a second channel, Film the Police. He has been, this more recent movement of protesting and live streaming Scientology kicked off with him over a year ago at the Hollywood Testing Center. So to see him back there, okay, Bob says I need two Davies. I like it with just the one, but Professor Furberger says he likes, I never know gender, because, sometimes I don't know. So, but Professor says one could work. Okay. So let's look at this. So this is William Good, who's outside there. I just love this. This was so funny. Check this out, you guys.
They try to get you to go in there. You guys just walked in.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. This is not where I wanted to cue this up. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me pull this up here. Where are we? We did the cult hunter. I wanted to show the guys leaving. And so I need to back this up. Hold on. Scientology up north. Where's my link for Will? Who's here for my mods here? Is Mama Opal? I see you're there. Can you do me a favor? Oh yeah, you know what? Hold on. I can just pull it up here. Just hold on, you guys. Hold tight here. I want to share this from the beginning. I'll just pull it up. Scientology Audit, Streets LA. Let's go to his shorts. Here we go. There we go. That way I can play it more from the beginning because that's one of the best parts. All right, y'all with me? Y'all with me? I got it queued up here. I think we're good. Okay, good. Let's see. Pull this up. This is William outside the Hollywood Testing Center.
How's it going, guys? You guys get out of this Scientology. Don't lock them in. That's kidnapping.
Shannon tried to lock them in, like shut the door. You cannot tell me that she didn't see they were trying to leave. Did you guys see that? We're going to watch more of it, but I couldn't believe what I was seeing. These guys are headed to the door. So I'm thinking it is Shannon at reception who covers that, who handles the closing door.
That's
The automatic door. And look at them trying to break free, run.
kidnapping. That's right. Get
He is like punching his way out of there, trying to get away from Scientology. This is such a physical representation of what you need to do to get away.
out of there. Shannon, you try. That's kidnapping, Shannon. You try to get my people.
And that was the best part. You're trying to get my people. I think he even called the short Saving My People. It just what goes through your mind as the Scientologist, as a Sea Org member, where you see Scientology Audit, Streets LA, William Good outside, you know what's going to happen. And then you've got these guys leaving and heading towards the door and you shut the door. I mean, thank God she did because it's hilarious. But honestly, yes, that's attempted kidnapping. Now we've got a visual of two young men busting their way out of Scientology's testing center and recruitment area. It is, as they say, not a good look. Greggy, yeah, I love streets. Me too. Mock the symbol picture for Scientology. That is exactly what I thought too. Totally. Yeah, Mary James, they were totally just goofing on Shannon, but still, it's just like it's just so crazy. It was so funny. Northern Girl, yes, William is funny. That's right. Arkansas Flamingo, flonk. Julia, attempted kidnapping is illegal. Yeah, but let's close the doors. Let's just act like it's not happening. Are you curious? We're going to lock you in so you can find out. I couldn't believe it. Pokeroo, yeah, if Streets hadn't saved them, I mean, what would have happened? I mean, they would have gotten out likely, but it wouldn't have been nearly as funny. Hold on a second. So then they're talking.
Yeah, they try to get you to go in there, or you guys just walked in?
Is it Dianetics?
Yeah, the Dianetics. You know what it's about, right? It's Scientology. It's a cult. This is a straight up cult. They believe.
Oh, shit, no, I heard about this.
This is Scientology.
With them people, man.
You know.
Now this guy's walking by with his kid and overhears the discussion, and then he actually jumps in.
You know.
It's a cult.
It's a straight up cult.
When you get in there, they be trying to force you to stay in that bitch.
Yeah. They just trying to lock you in.
So also the guy who walks by, I think, is the one who said, yeah, if they get you, they try to force you to stay in there. And these guys who just were Shannon tried to lock them in. We're like, yeah, that's exactly what happened to us.
How much they trying to charge you? $75? Something like that. Yeah. So here's what they do.
He's telling him they tried to keep him in there. Like he had a similar experience.
Stay going into this room by yourself.
Yes. They believe that aliens from outer space were frozen 40 million years ago. They brought them over here.
It was 75 million, but that's okay. You pretty much get the idea. Or 76, or the number has changed. Though Scientology has tried to change everything where the number changed to come down to one number. And I even forget these days, this is 75 or 76 trillion years ago, 75 million, 76 million. It doesn't really matter because it never happened. The galactic overlord Xenu did not send a bunch of alien souls to Earth and blow them up in volcanoes where they then attach to us. No, but it was hilarious. That's right, Northern Girl. I love the engagement and banter that Will welcomes. Exactly. And again, the humor. I just love it. Christy Bell, aloha to you. Bad Thetan, exactly. Come to the dark side. We have candy. Just kidding. You get $7 a week and work 24/7. Thanks for joining. And we're not going to let you go. Irina, good point. Who cares? Ron made it up. He could not even keep his own version and date straight. That is very true. And you know what irritates me too about that, Irina, as a former Scientologist, and Irina was in the Sea Organization. It was so drilled into us that we had to be perfect when it came to our Scientology auditing, whether we were auditing ourselves or somebody else. Perfection was the goal. It is enough to make you crazy. Everything perfect. Training routines. You don't flinch. You don't move. You just sit there and look at somebody with the Xenu eyes. Even if a fly lands on your nose, you have to, when you do the professional training routines course, you have to do this for 2 hours. And if at 1 hour and 59 minutes, a fly lands on your nose, you better not flinch or move. Or guess what? The clock starts over. It totally starts over. It's craziness. But L. Ron Hubbard didn't have to stick to that. Dude's getting dates wrong, getting all kinds of stuff wrong in the different books and lectures. It's why it created a lot of confusion at times. And then when you're confused because things don't line up based on L. Ron Hubbard himself, they tell you, you have a misunderstood word. And if it's not a misunderstood word, you have false data, and you need false data stripping, which is really reprogramming to show you that you don't understand it because you're an idiot. You have it wrong. You have Overton withholds. There's something wrong with you that you're not accepting and taking on this Scientology information. Classic. Meanwhile, L. Ron Hubbard is smoking cigarettes like a chimney, taking psychiatric drugs, doing phenobarbital while he's auditing himself on operating level 3, where guess what happens when you take that? I found out. It's like your mind blows up into a bunch of different little pieces. Sound familiar? Multiple body thetans attached to you. Now, here in my background, those are good. Those are baby thetans. Cheryl calls them body thetans, but I like what my grandkids call them, baby thetans. These are good ones. They're all good. I feel like Scientology created this body thetan lore and then on top of it labeled them the enemy. Isn't that like Scientology though? Because when you're auditing on the upper levels on Scientology's Bridge to Total Freedom, it's like you're supposed to be helping them. You're supposed to be freeing beings. That's how we're going to supposedly clear the planet, is by freeing so many of these thetans that can go get bodies and then join Scientology. Yet at the same time, every time he turns around, he's talking about how horrible they are. And it's like that with regular Scientologists and getting people in. And that's cult mentality. Us versus them. We have the only answer. We have the answer. We have the meat. That's Arby's. I'd rather go to Arby's for the meat, and I don't like Arby's. Nothing against Arby's if you like them, but not my jam. Not my jam. I am more of a burger. Like if I'm going fast food, I'm hitting up like a Culver's mushroom Swiss burger basket, or once in a very great while, like once a year, I got to go do a quarter pounder with cheese from McDonald's. Or if I'm traveling, road trips is where if I'm on a road trip, I want to go to McDonald's. Anyways, L. Ron Hubbard is an idiot, blah, blah, blah. John Atak's coming on today at 2, and we're going to talk more about that. We're going to look at something now from Power Lies to Paralyze. I was going to say Power Loves to Paralyze. Power Lies to Paralyze, who lays out stuff for us in a way that just blows my mind. This one, literally mind-blowing. Undisclosed neurological conditioning in religious settings. So, well, let's listen to this, then we'll talk about it.
Techniques can further impair critical thinking and emotional detachment. By dominating the theta state, subjects find it hard to question or resist implanted suggestions. With Pavlovian conditioning through electrical stimulation, compliance is reinforced, making obedience almost automatic. And here comes the wild part, creative imaging processes. In a theta state, your brain is primed for vivid visualization.
So it's like all trance stuff. It's all getting us in a trance. It's all mind control. But what I didn't know when I was in Scientology, and even for a while after I left, is I'm still wrapping my head around this understanding of what the e-meter actually did to us, the state that it would put us in, the suggestibility, and how auditing worked that way. And I feel like between the way Power Lies to Paralyze lays it out, and then the truth that John Atak brings about what L. Ron Hubbard's actual intentions were, those together are really painting a clear picture for me. In my opinion, it was rotten from day one. I used to think, oh, L. Ron Hubbard wanted to help people, so he started this, but then he kind of went crazy, probably from chasing body thetans, and then he turned evil. Girl, no. He was nuts from day one. His intentions from day one was to enslave people and make money. JB808, aloha to you. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, Sarasota Jerry. I feel like Culver's has great burgers, but can't eat that all the time. Exactly, Kathy. You get brainwashed to brainwash yourself. That is really how Scientology works. You get brainwashed to brainwash yourself. You get educated on how to brainwash yourself. It's completely that. And we're going to be talking a lot more about that in some upcoming videos as well. If I didn't mention, I got a video dropping tonight at 6 p.m. This is my I will shamelessly promote my stuff. I will. Shameless self-promotion every day, all day. I have decided to embrace it. And exactly, LRH was a money-grubbing liar and shyster, in my opinion. I think you're correct. Let's look at something here from Fat Grammy, Mona. She put out a challenge. I'm going to link this down below. Please make a short or long video answering this question, then tag me in your video. What would healed look like to you if you were queen or king for the day and have a magical wand so you know the kind that you use? It's saying bippity boppity boo. Oh yeah, I totally know now. And whatever you said comes true. What would healed look like? And she's asking everybody. This isn't limited even to former Scientologists. If you're not tagged, don't think the question isn't for you. This challenge is for all. If you don't make videos, maybe answer in the comment section. I thought this was such a great question, and I wanted to talk to you guys about it. What do you think healed looks like? That is such a big question. It really is. So tell me what you think in the chat, and if you are on the replay, I would really love it if you jump in those comments. And remember, this is for everyone. If you've ever healed from something, there's something that you want to heal from, what does that look like? It really blew my mind, and so I want to talk about it. What does healed look like? It's such a big question because there's an automatic answer I kind of want to give, but it's not the same. It's not the same thing. I mean, I feel like I really need to give it the thought that it needs. Oh my gosh. Hold on, you guys. Life After a Cult Hotline. This is Natalie. Okay, you think you're in a cult? That's serious. I'm here to help. Tell me everything. Wow. So let me get this straight. There's a leader, a woman named Janet. Okay. And every week she assigns you something to study. Yeah, been there. And everyone just accepts it. No questions asked. Oh yeah, that's totally a red flag. Yeah, it's really giving cult right now. And if you don't do the assignment, what happens? You're excluded from the discussion. You know what? That's some next level control right there. Well, let's talk rituals. What kind of stuff do they make you do? You all sit in a circle, and then Janet asks questions to start things off. That is suspiciously structured. And what? Just share their thoughts out loud. In the circle. Okay. That sounds eerily similar to some indoctrination techniques I've seen before. Let me guess, they don't like dissent. Yeah, okay. So if you say something against the group's belief, like, for example, you didn't agree with what you studied last week, what happens? This was so common in Scientology. Oh, everyone goes quiet and stares at you. The silent judgment, classic control tactic. Okay, next question. Do they pressure you to bring in new members? They do. And how do they go about that? They straight up ask you if you know anyone else who might enjoy it. That's recruiting behavior, if I've ever heard of it. I assume once you're in, you're expected to keep coming back, right? Uh-huh. Yeah, every single week. Wow, that's intense. You were deep in this thing. All right, let me ask you this. How did they lure you in the first place? Yep, the old friend. A friend invited you. The old friendly invitation method. Yeah, that's how they get you. Okay, I'm going to be honest. This is all sounding very culty. You have a charismatic leader, mandatory study sessions, groupthink, silent shaming, and recruiting tactics. That's pretty textbook. All right, tell me what the name of your group is. I need to look them up. What? Okay, I need you to listen to me very carefully, okay? You were in a book club. This is not a cult, I promise you. You are not being indoctrinated. You're reading novels. Oh my God. Do you want me to break you out? Should I sneak in and throw a smoke bomb so you can escape? No. I'm not laughing at you. I'm just relieved you're not in a cult. Look, finish your book, show up next week, and if Janet ever asks you to sign over your assets, then you want to call me back. Yeah, you have a cult-free day. Oh, I'm just here to help. We have to spread awareness. We have to, get the message out. What cults look like, what they are. But no, that is not a cult. That is a book club. But I can see, though, because sometimes it can be kind of demanding, right? If you've ever been in one. Okay, now let's take a look at, we got to talk about this one thing here that ever since I saw it, I've been obsessed and dying to talk about it with you guys. We aren't laughing at you. We're laughing with you. Yeah, Julia. Book club is not a cult. It could be. But it's all about raising awareness. And I'm glad you guys are here for it. So we got to talk about the cat cult. Now, I should probably, if you guys don't already know this, in full disclosure, I am not a cat person. Honestly, my allergies are crazy. I am massively allergic to cats. I am allergic to most dogs, including hyperallergenic dogs. I'm allergic to rabbits. I've not been able to catch one of the squirrels in my yard, but I've wanted to find out, am I allergic to them? I don't know. I'm going to assume so. So I've never been a big cat person, but apparently there is a cat cult. So let's look at this and let's discuss it.
I heard about all the worst cults, but I was not prepared for what this cult believed. This is Cheryl Ruthven, and she is the leader of a cult that's been described as a doomsday cat cult. This is coming from the new investigation discovery show, The Curious Case of, but Cheryl told her followers that if they didn't adopt as many cats as possible, they wouldn't be let into heaven. So followers were adopting up to 30 cats each, and they were paying Cheryl for the cats. And
Whoa. Think about it. She's making money because she's selling people cats, being like, the only way you're going to get into heaven is if you adopt like 30 cats. That has got to be a violation of a city ordinance. Cities do have ordinances about how many pets you can have. And I'm pretty sure that one does not play.
Mind you, her followers really believed in her because she told them that she was holy. She had said that she was Mary Magdalene, but that's just because she watched the Da Vinci Code and really liked it. But
yeah, so I mean, that's who you're going to buy your cats from, right? Somebody who in a past life before was Mary Magdalene. She knows maybe there were a lot of cats then. And now this is like she's got her whole, if you want to get to heaven, you got to buy 30 cats from me.
one follower, Mary, who was adopting these cats, thought that the money was at least going to a good cause. But then one day she realizes that Cheryl got a boob job and a lot of the money they were giving to Cheryl for the cats was going to her plastic surgery, and now they were just stuck with these cats.
So girl makes all this money on the cats, which fine, you're going to sell cats. That's your business model. You're going to make money. You do what you want with your money. But if you're telling people like this is because it's going to get you into heaven and that people are giving you money to help care for these cats and you're using it to get a boob job, that I kind of got to look at sideways like, it does not totally add up.
Cheryl also told Mary to meet her at the church one night alone and that they should be in convent together, but to do that, they had to kiss. And mind you, Cheryl was running this whole cult as an anti-LGBTQ leader and was married to a man. Honestly,
But meet me after hours and we're going to, do a little thing and it's going to involve us kissing. But it's okay. It's okay because the cats are here. Long as the cats are here, it is holy.
This whole story is so much wilder than I could ever explain in a video. And if you want to see the whole thing, you can check out The Curious Case of the Doomsday Cat Cult on ID and stream on Max.
So, of course, now I got to go find if I have ID because now I want to learn more about the cat cult. I'd not heard of it. Did you guys hear of it? Joe Banana says, I'm a bit weary of cats, but I'm a bit cautious, especially with their claws. Yeah. Irina says, LOL, my boob job is going to get you into heaven. Sounds like an Exotic Dancers Club ad. Marina, exactly. If that is real, they are endangering so many cats. And it is real. It is real. There's a whole show about it that she mentioned. I'm going to link down below so you can watch the whole thing. Although I think we did watch the whole thing, but you can see it again and get the name of where that show is. Yeah, it is. It's not right. It is not right. It just goes to show like how the whole like people in cults and this cult mentality, just how out of control and how much it's prevalent here on the internet, on social media. We're going to be talking a lot more about that. Bad Thetan says, sounds like Jody and Ruby. Pretty sure they had a thing, even though they were Mormons. No way. Jody Hildenbrandt and Ruby Frankie. I did not know that. That's interesting. I'd not heard that rumor. And we got to call it a rumor because we don't know for sure yet. But it is interesting how it's like, no, this is so bad. And then you find out that this person is engaging in it. Look at L. Ron Hubbard. L. Ron Hubbard, as John Atack shared with us recently, and in his book, Let's Sell Them a Piece of Blue Sky, we find out that L. Ron Hubbard engaged in bisexual activity because he was in a sex cult before starting Scientology. And yet he was so homophobic. And what he wrote and what he told and indoctrinate Scientologists to believe is kind of what he was doing. We do see that so often. Yep, Asen, do what I say, not what I do. Yeah, exactly. Ms. Peach, Scientology has lots of money, which provides more insidious resources. So right. Amy Kimball's got a thought bubble idea. Am I really free to do, say, and think? That's a good one too. Thank you, Susan, for the reminder. Hit that like button, y'all. Yeah, you're right, Mock. There's a lot of homoerotic energy in homophobic environments. It really does seem to be the case. Irina says Mormonism is pretty strict on sexuality, but they also had a history of polygamy and polyandry, one woman having multiple husbands. That's what that's called? Polyandry? Okay, first off, I don't get it. Why would you want multiple husbands? Most of us could barely handle one. Now, I could see maybe more people to do chores. I guess I don't even understand the multiple wives things necessarily either. And I'm horrible at sharing. So I could never be a sister wife in that way. But I think what needs to happen, a lot of these polygamy communities just need to get rid of the men folk and just start living their own lives, because they can work together as women and support each other and go find healthy relationships with someone that they want to be with and wants to be with them. All right, you guys. So remember, we got some homework today, right? John Atack, 2:00 today. And then at 6:00, something's happening in 6. What is at 6 today? Oh yeah, the premiere of my new video that I work my butt off on. So I would love it if you guys were there with me. I'm going to be in the chat. Hey, Brian, from a poet. Heck, I can't even find a woman that will return my text. Brian, let's give Brian some love. Aloha, Brian. We see you. Becky says the multiple husband thing is theoretical, not practical applied. When you are widowed, you marry other siblings, even incestuous. Females aren't allowed to be alone, single widow. Wow. So is this in what group is this? Because I don't think it's even the FLDS, you can have multiple wives, but not multiple husbands, which right there, I'm like, why has it always been that way? That was always a question for me when I found out about polygamy and having multiple wives. What if a woman wanted to have multiple husbands? How come that's not a thing? Because women don't want that. We don't. But isn't it interesting? It's sexism, totally, that you can't have it on the flip side. That's what I think. Becky, okay, it's in Mormonism, a branch off. All right. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. That's really interesting. All right, y'all, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and most importantly, get out and have an amazing cult-free day.